All right, recording this a second time. First one got messed up, unfortunately, but we are looking at the King of the Hill revival today. We're going to go frame by frame, and I'll point out all the Easter eggs as well. But why don't we start with just the intro itself at full speed? All right, so that is the intro for the revival coming out on August 4th of this year. So there will be some minor spoilers in this video. So if you don't want to hear about any of those, this is your warning. I'm going to go back and, being a big fan, we'll watch this at quarter speed, and I should be able to point out most of the Easter eggs that we're able to see. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn down the volume as well for this watch through. So all four of the guys are hanging outside. We all know this classic opening scene. Hank's gonna crack open the beer can. The guitars and drums will start. And as we'll immediately see, seasons appear to be passing by, and that's the theme of this intro. Seems to be these are it's like a fast time lapse of all the time that has passed since the show went off the air back in 2014, I believe it was. So maybe 2009 actually. All right, so we see Joseph and Bobby here. Joseph was trying to do a kickflip. Bobby's recording on his cell phone, and then you got Connie over here with the global warming science presentation, which is very on brand for Connie. So they walk away. Bobby's smiling. Some more time goes by, and then we get Min and Khan walking through with Doggy from the Dances with Dogs episode. You probably heard my dog a moment ago. Um, so he looks ticked off as per usual. Another winter goes by, another spring. Now, this is interesting. Here we actually see Dee Dee, the late great Cotton Hill's wife, pull up, and she appears to have GH, or Good Hank, being returned to her by teenage Bobby. So he's returning. The guys are all still in the back, so we can see Good Hank has aged quite a bit. Dee Dee being Hank's stepmother, so that's a little interesting tidbit. So she seems to be doing well. Bobby waves goodbye. Dee Dee puts GH in the car seat and drives away. So this coming up, let's see, this is interesting. So now, when the show originally ended its first run, Dale and Nancy had fully reconciled their marriage, and Nancy was not cheating on Dale with John Redcorn. I don't know what's going on here, but it certainly appears that Nancy's got on them boots, and she is hopping in the Jeep with John Redcorn. So make of that what you will. This is before a good bit of the time skip, I'll say. So another season goes by. And now in this clip, we can see Hank is actually no longer there. So let's keep watching. And this is huge right here. So we see all three of the Hills with their suitcases, and Bobby has definitely grown up a bit here. You can see it's teenage Bobby, obviously, like in the last shot. He's got a goatee, duffel bag, skater shoes, liking the fit there, Bobby, looking good. Better angle here. Is that an earring? Does Bobby got an earring? He may. But you can see that they are clearly leaving for a trip. So the Arlen shuttle pulls up, and Hank begins loading the luggage. And this is where we get our first shot of Connie and Joseph. Joseph looking very distraught. Connie just looking kind of very la-di-da. So Bobby walks up and gives Connie a nice big hug, kind of a friend hug. They were just friends when the series ended. They were no longer dating, so make of that what you will. Joseph picks up Bobby entirely, being very strong. That's awesome to see. And you can see, unfortunately, Bill starts crying here. Dale tips his hat, and Boomhauer is his normal stoic self. Connie's waving, and Joseph looks pretty downtrodden here. So while they're walking away, you can see Joseph clearly is upset. Bill's completely bawling at this point, and Connie, man, she can't be bothered. So time continues to go, and Hank's gone, and we can see a moving truck pulling up now. And it looks like a new person is moving into the Hill house. So time keeps going, and look at this. We have our first new character. So not sure who this person is, but he definitely appears to be the stand-in for Hank during this time frame. He even kind of dresses like Hank. I don't know. Maybe it's Roger from Strickland Propane. Maybe he's aged a bit. I'm not sure, but we will find out. Now, this is a very, very key scene coming up here. Let's see, right there. So, Bill coughing. You can see the germs flying out of his mouth, and of course, in the very next scene, everybody has masks. So we can tell that this is spring of 2020 when the pandemic began. Dale, of course, has his mask down, very on brand for Dale. So time continues to pass, and this is a bit of a shocker. So right here, we see a woman walk up with a child playing on a phone. And at first, you're kind of like, who is this and what are they doing here? But then as you watch, Boomhauer walks up to her. So what I presume is happening here is this is from earlier episode. His basically the love of Boomhauer's life was Catherine, and she was supposed to marry his brother Patch. But the wedding ended up getting called off because Patch was such a womanizer, and he hired prostitutes for his bachelor party and tried to blame it on Boomhauer. And at the end of that episode, we see a discussion between Boomhauer and Catherine where Boomhauer says that he will always be there like the North Star waiting for her. So it looks like, I mean, we can't tell because there are sunglasses, but it sure looks like Catherine from what I can see. And I don't know if that is Boomhauer's son or an adopted son, Brady Bunch kind of style, but I suppose we'll see in time. But awesome news for Boomhauer, and glad to see he's doing well. So he walks off with his family. Dale rips his mask off, and here we see an older and definitely more grown Joseph come into frame running, looking very, very much like his biological father, John Redcorn. And he's got Gribble for Mayor signs, which is just fantastic. So Dale puts up a Gribble for Mayor on the telephone pole, and I love this this look on his face. Man, the voice actor for Dale sadly passed away during the filming, Johnny Hardwick. May he rest in peace. I do understand that Dale is going to be in the series, though. They found a replacement voice actor, so can't really have King of the Hill without Dale, in my opinion. Mixed feelings about it, but I'm glad that they are moving on with the character still. So this truck comes by and removes the telephone pole. Presumably it's no longer needed because of satellite internet or fiber optics. Who knows? We see the new character still standing around by himself having a beer. Dale puts a Vote Gribble sign out in Hank's old yard. A few more seasons go by. Looks like the mask finally comes down, and he goes back in. More seasons pass. No one is here for what looks like a whole year. And then we see a Trip car pull up, or RYPP. That looks like a T. I don't know if this is perhaps a reference to Trip Larson from Larson Pork Products. Perhaps. I'm not really sure. But it pulls up, and it's definitely a, like an electric sedan, probably. Well, not self-driving because there's definitely a driver in it, but certainly looks to be an electric sedan. Hank and Peggy step out of the car, and they have definitely aged. Peggy appears to have a new haircut, and good for her. She's looking good. And let's see here. Oop. Come on, babe. Sorry, dog's trying to rip my headphones out. And let's see. We press play. Hank pulls the sign out of his yard. We see Mike Judge, of course. Thank you, Mike Judge. What a gift for all of us King of the Hill fans. And then we get to the famous closing shot. Bobby runs in, looking full grown now, hugs his arms around Hank and Peggy. You get a good look at Peggy's haircut now. She's got the "Can I please speak with a manager" do going on. And then we go to the King of the Hill card. So very, very cool stuff. Definitely looking forward to watching these new episodes. 10 of them drop on August 4th. So thanks for watching. See you there.